The story of a corgi dog named Leon and his owner. In a small house on the outskirts of the city, there was a corgi dog named Leon. That day, Leon was very excited because it was the day he had been waiting for. It was the day when his owner always took him to play in the park around the city in the afternoon. Leon patiently waited by the door inside the house. That afternoon, the sound of footsteps was heard. Leon immediately perked up both of his ears. He was curious because the footsteps didn't sound like his owner's. It turned out the footsteps belonged to a police officer coming to check his owner's house. As the officer reached the door, he was surprised to see Leon standing behind it, as if waiting for someone. The officer knelt down and spoke to Leon. "Hey, smart dog, is there anyone else in this house?" he asked. Leon, the smart dog, shook his head while waiting for the officer to continue the conversation. Leon's heart was anxious because his owner hadn't come home yet. The officer noticed the worried look on Leon's face and immediately pulled out a dark gray sweater. He knelt down again and asked Leon, "Do you recognize the owner of this sweater?" The officer asked. Leon immediately sniffed the gray sweater and barked loudly because he knew it was his owner's sweater. In front of Leon, the officer, still kneeling, slightly lowered his hat and said, "Poor dog, I'm sorry, your owner has just been in an accident. Whether you understand what I'm saying or not, I'm not sure." Leon, the smart dog of course, understood vaguely what the officer was saying. Then suddenly, Leon howled like a dog crying. Leon immediately ran out of the house. Leon ran all the way to the city center, entering every hospital he could find. Each time he entered a hospital, he barked, hoping his owner would hear him and call his name. One hospital after another, Leon visited, but he couldn't find his owner. In front of the last hospital he visited, Leon sat down, anxious and crying. In his heart, Leon was filled with questions. Where is my owner? Suddenly, near Leon, an ambulance arrived. The back doors of the ambulance opened. The quiet afternoon was suddenly filled with the sounds of medical staff as the back doors of the ambulance opened. Leon glanced towards the ambulance. Then, suddenly, a voice that Leon knew very well and loved dearly came from inside. It was his owner. His owner was lying on a stretcher inside the ambulance. Leon immediately barked. His owner tried to lift himself up and shouted, "Leon, where are you?" As their eyes met, both Leon and his owner began to cry. Then his owner said, "Leon, I'm sorry. I can't take you to the park today." Leon didn't care what his owner said. For Leon, just seeing his owner was happiness enough. Leon immediately licked his owner's face enthusiastically. Leon realized that his owner might never take him to the park again, as he turned his gaze and saw his owner's leg, which was missing and wrapped in bandages. But Leon didn't mind. Leon preferred to see his owner alive, even though injured, rather than his owner's body whole but lifeless. Months passed. One afternoon, the park was quite busy. Suddenly, from the entrance of the park, a corgi dog and a person in a wheelchair could be seen. The dog was pushing the wheelchair until it reached the center of the park. Then the person in the wheelchair took out a beef jerky snack and a tennis ball. The beef jerky was given to the dog, who eagerly took it with joy. Then the person said, "Does it taste good, buddy? Ready to play fetch?" The dog barked and immediately ran away from the wheelchair as the person in the wheelchair prepared to throw the tennis ball.